12. Indeed, both past and future exist in the present time, in their respective or actual forms. This distinction is caused by dharma or the course of action. The path chosen by the mind or mana, meaning as our present experience is caused by our past actions, similarly our future experience depends upon what we do in the present time. This is what we were just discussing, that what we are going to experience in the future, we are already sowing the seeds for our future right now. We are harvesting now based on the seeds sown in the past, and now what we are sowing now will reap, will harvest in the future. 13. Vyakta, gross and manifest, and sukshma, subtle and unmanifest, events or happening in the present time as well as future, or are all caused by the mind or mana, some already manifest, others not yet, follow the natural course of gunas, sattva, calm, rajas, dynamic, passionate, and tamas, static, ignorance. We have discussed this before. If you do not know all these terms, you can go back to YouTube. All these are being recorded, and eventually they'll all be in YouTube. So vyakta, gross and manifest, and sukshma, subtle and unmanifest events and happening, this is all caused by your mind. It is your mind that is deciding now that you should be in this hall listening to me. Not your body. Your body may not be comfortable sitting on the ground. But your mind has decided, and in spite of not sitting comfortably, your mind is making you sit here. Your mind decides that although this is Sunday evening, and the Ubud, the marketplace, there's a lot of activities going on. You can have some beers there, happy hours this time. You can pay for one and get two or three, two or three, I don't know. So, but your mind tells you, no, that can wait, I must come here. Sometime, there are some people staying here, some friends staying here, and somehow they cannot make it for this meeting. They are gone to the Ubud market, and by the time they come back, I'm finished, I'm done. Because most of the time, when you come to Asia, you feel the time here is stretchable. When somebody tells you to come to the party at 8 o'clock, and you show up at 8 o'clock, nobody's there. But here, when we say 8 o'clock, we mean 8 o'clock. We mean 5 minutes before 8, I may appear and I may start the class already. So, in the past, it used to happen like that. We announce 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, people come at 8 o'clock. But we would still start. I have always told all our friends, whatever program we have, we even do not wait for a minister. We have invited a minister. If he doesn't come in time, we start the program. Whereas the normal law here, unsaid law, unwritten law, is if you are inviting any VIP, you must wait for him. It's a dishonor. How can you start the program without him? I said, well, that's his problem. That's his problem. We start the program at the time given. So, in spite of all the temptations, you have decided to come here. This is all part of the game. The mind decides. The mind tells you. And we have already seen in the very first chapter of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra that the mind is also working because of the core. The core is the seed of the mind, and that seed is chitta. If you want to control the body, control the senses, control the mind. If you want to control the mind, control the core of the mind, the seed of the mind. Once that seed of the mind is controlled, you can control the mind, and the mind can control the body. It's not to dominate. But when you are driving a car, You cannot be democratic with the car. Hey car, you can go anywhere you want to go. You cannot. You have to have some discipline. Even if the car is working on computer, all the thing, still you have to set some destination. You still have to set something. The computer has to be set. Where do you want to go? After some time now, we'll have some electric cars, maybe Tesla or something, without driver. But even then, you have to tell this computer where I want to go, where you should come to pick me up. So there has to be some discipline. We don't want to dominate anybody, but discipline is necessary. 14. Having different proportions of the material qualities of sattva, rajas and tamas, all vastu or material objects are in essence one and the same. As such, their parinam or end result is also the same, meaning they manifest, exist for some time and become unmanifest again. Vastu is matter. Now here Patanjali is saying something thousands of years before the science discovered. He says all matter is basically same. Now the science says yes, all matters, whether this is a chair made of synthetic rattan, it's not original rattan, not natural rattan, it is synthetic rattan, and this book of wood pulp, this is natural, this metal, everything consists of atoms. Why it looks different? Why metal is metal, this rattan furniture is rattan, this book is book? Because the proportion of the gunas, there are only three basic gunas, Patanjali says, not more than three. Static, does not move, gross, moving, dynamic, rajas, and calm. In us, in human being, all these qualities are there. When you become too aggressive, that means your rajas quality is rising. When you become too lazy, your tamas quality is rising. When you are peaceful, your sattvic quality is rising. Patanjali says not only human beings, not only animals, even vastu, even matter, everything has got these three qualities. But the proportions are different. And because the proportions are different, you think this is not moving. You think I'm moving my hand. You think you can move and these things cannot move. Ask a scientist. He will say everything is vibrating. Everything is moving. Don't you say this is not life, this is not alive. This is also alive. We cannot detect it. We cannot detect it. Somebody comes to the master, it was raining and he was having an umbrella. And you know when it is raining, there is an umbrella and you are in hurry to enter the house. He was entering the master's meeting room. He just put the umbrella like that. He just literally threw the umbrella. He came to the master said, what do you think that umbrella is? That umbrella is also alive. Go and put the umbrella properly and then come here. Everything is alive. There is nothing that is dead. Everything is alive. Now science says that not only your soul, even your body is impossible to perish. Your body cannot perish. Our body cannot perish. You can bury me in the ground, under the ground. You can burn my body. You can drown my body in the sea or in the waters. The body will change, but the atoms, the number of atoms also will not decrease. Even though my body is burnt, it becomes a heap of ashes. Those ashes will continue to have the atoms of my body. And they become something else. When you are burning the body, the water is meeting its own original element. It meets the water element, the fire element. You can see it. The body is being burnt. All these elements are going back to their sources, and they are not perishable. They just change. The atoms which are here now, they may become part of the trees around. They may become part of anything and everything, animals. The soul is, of course, becoming part of the universal soul. So nothing is perishable. This whole entire universe is recyclable. There is no waste at all. Everything is recycled.